Hey everybody, welcome back to the loading screen. I had a brief history of what I've been doing here and why it's been so inconsistent with the streaming and recording. I know I've been trying to be proactive on the YouTube channel anyway, but my wife's hard drive gave out and had most of my papers on it, so I get to write all the papers for the C.S. Lewis program, basically twice. It gave me, a better understanding of everything, but all right, Java. Let's get our morning stretches out as we do a lap around Haven. Don't think I'm going to spend time like heating things. I'm sorry, selling our wares. I don't think I can spend time heating things. I need 64 radiance. So can we get 46? That's the question. I've also been talking nonstop. I can spend a bit of time on here, and then I go to work and in a leadership position. Basically, use your voice all day. Besides emails, it's my break. And then go pick up my kids. Constant questions, which I love. And then after that, come home. I get to have a couple moments of silence while I make dinner. And I get to go to karate class and do some teaching and yelling. I can't tell everybody to key-eye without keying my hello cat. Welcome back. Let's do some dreams and nightmares. Just sit. Stay. Good cat. Well, now I have to adjust everything. Make sure the cat's comfortable. Otherwise, you just give me moments. Do not make out the microphone. Just sit there. Thank you. We do need radiance. This is a quickie. I mean, what else could we do? We've got a heart of ice. I'll just straight up die on. Sure, we did it. There's my microtransaction of the day. Shadow Steel's like never sell for anything anyway. Let's do some dreams and nightmares. I know it's necessary. The only time I really play this game is with you guys watching, so I know it's probably not the most exciting thing in the world. Can't think so though. These mornings in Master's lap. He doesn't get any of this all day. We've been closing the doors lately to our room, so he does not get to snuggle with us. The kids roll around in the bed too much anyway. I wouldn't understand why I'd want to. It's the wrong button. Too many achievements. So this is actually, let's see, here. And have you be weapon 1. I should really save this loadout so I don't have it again. Back up. Stop it. Stay. Good cat. Alright. We have a functional loadout. I'm still not... I guess health or neutral or normal defense. I'm not sure which one's better. Maybe somebody can give me some insight on that. I'm sure piercing damage would probably be the best. Piercing damage and neutral shield, and oh my goodness, I forgot to roll. What is going on in my life? Anyway, it's Thursday. Tomorrow I have off work. I will be doing something in the morning. Probably Risk of Rain, because I really missed that game. It's a fun one. It's also, I don't know if this is the most exciting to watch, but it is, it's very D-A-N. That's how you spell dreams and nightmares. It's very, therapeutic. You don't have to put too much critical thinking in. You have to make more positional placement tests or decisions, but not in the sense of like Smash Brothers, where your spatial relations really come into an amazing context. You really gotta be focusing on what you're doing and be on high alert. Maximum amount of caffeine necessary in the brain. Speaking of caffeine. No, we gotta go. Gotta go. What if there was something beyond dreams and nightmares? Maybe, I don't know, when SK starts to close someday. I mean, it will happen. Hopefully it's a gradual thing, where we get to enjoy the more a story that comes about as opposed to just a hard stop. I also forgot to extend the chat box here. Oh my goodness. I forgot to sneeze. I'm going to mute myself for a second so you don't have to hear this unless you really want to. I mean, I think it's kind of ironic that you know, I'm a ridiculous late sleeper. My one child, because kids like sleeping with their parents as they grow when they're tiny. I mean, it's very apparent with us. Um, but I will wake up at the slightest like anybody like, oh, I don't want to play. My youngest one talks in her sleep, or she never sleeps. I haven't figured it out yet. And at the same time, so I wake up during the stop. I'm batting at the microphone. Cat, you're an eternal distraction. I love it. But I have that going on, and then my sneezes are like freaking earthquakes. They're shotguns. Don't come near me. If I have a tissue, I might just blow a hole in it. I sneeze with my entire key energy, and they all got worse over time. Anyway, I did not read my basic philosophy set this morning too, so you don't get a sermon, Zeddy. I'm sorry. Just the please. I'm gonna shot you like 5 times. Meow meow meow. Complain complain meow meow. So we are a worker cat. South looks like the more reasonable spot. North looks like you actually need the key. So maybe we're carrying this for no reason. Oh, yeah, punk. That is just the absolute worst. And they appear in front of you while you're shooting. Let's bring it anyway. And then you get popped anyway. Not a whole lot you could have done. Okay. Please. Oh no, one of these. Alright. Yeah, one of these. Thank you, Swift Strike. You've done it again. Mike, get in there. Did he just shoot a wall? Mike, very disappointed. Can only do so many jukes. Or we get start getting punished for it. Thank you. Now we're carrying this key anyway. There's too much. It's just straight up too much over there. It's not working. Alright. You know what? Can we just see this? I was hoping that would hit. Let's try again. Can you just get out of the way? Fine, we'll go down this way. They should be dispersed, right? No? Oh. We'll come back for the key if we need it. Thank you, Mike. You at least make me feel better about myself. I do not want to walk through that entire montage of dudes. I still think that I have a theory. You play this long enough, you get it. That's the area that was locked. Please. I don't need a key, right? Yes. Play enough, you get a feel for it. Same with the Clockworks, man. You get a kind of a feel like, oh, down here's a treasure area. Down here's a, yeah, let's not stay still for, oh, yeah. I don't care. I'll take the blow. It's worth it to say hello. Common greetings. They acknowledge a person's value. And they make everybody, you bolster everybody. Give somebody a handshake. If you're thinking about it, just do it. Say hello. What is the worst that can happen? It's actually a pretty good short first floor for Dreams and Nightmares, I think. And we got a health pill. This is crazy. Anyway, I can at least go over just the past 3 months. We read 1, 2, 3, 4 books in required reading besides the ones I do on my own. But it's been the concept, the talk has been on grace. And the whole definition of grace, like grace is basically it's a prideless system. I keep thinking like I have to carry something. So when you're on grace, when you're imbued with grace, and grace is given to you, it's a false paradigm to say you've earned your entire life, because we all know we're given this kind of example in our lives. We all start as infants. We can see this even if you don't have family. Babies are pretty apparent. Everybody started from ground zero. If you were competent enough to be hearing this, you were taught language, which you did not come up with on your own. We did it. Dude, if every floor could be like this, and here's the exit, hey, give me that all day. No, but that's the whole, one of the whole concepts behind grace in the Christian paradigm is it's been given to you. Every other worldview, every single one, says you can earn your way to heaven. even if you go to the humanistic side of things and try to, oh gosh, and try to deny the eternal and just say it's materialistic, well, you still have to earn your little dopamine rushes. You are in charge of your own happiness. You are in charge of how you develop morality. You. The whole self-hyphenated sin of the world where man puts himself on a pedestal and declares himself his own God. But unfortunately, due to the history, and you could really see this in philosophy, when you start delving into like humanism and why people are important. The ending, everyone starts at the point of the godless paradigm when it comes to humanism and trying to make sense. You have even Kant. Kant tries to get himself, he believes in God, but he tries to get himself to that whole, I need to go right, the whole, like, you can do it without God. You can do that to a point, but then again, you still have to, weigh what is, dude, look at this floor. Give me more of these. You still have to, and we got a 50 gold piece. It's like, here, take free stuff. You still have to, get a definition of what good and what evil are. Well, at least what good is. Evil cannot exist without good, just like a shadow cannot exist without light. In Revelation it says that, that people will need no light toward the end. I guess this is like a daily sermon, right? Because God will be the light. And when you're in truth and you know what to do and it's like written on you, then the alternative doesn't really present itself as an alternative. Choice is there, but again, you gotta be careful that you don't elevate choice up to a mystical status. Thank you. But anyway, it's my sermon for the minute. Some of you guys just want to watch Spiral Nights, and there are very few consistent streamers, so let's see. It's hard for me to talk about something that you need to grind over and over again. And this is where we get lost in games like this, where you and we're taught this, unfortunately, that the one of the sins of man, and this is so prevalent on the internet, is we become infatuated by the process as opposed to the goal. We get infatuated by the gift as opposed to the giver. So we get infatuated by grinding, right, and having more means to get to the end rather than the end itself. And then we wonder, this is where you can fall in love with a game playing it, but you still desire content because you're trying to reach a goal. And it's just, can you stop getting hit, brain? Sorry, I had to itch my nose. Just completely took my eyes off the screen. All right, here, it's game time. Here we go. We still desire more content, and we feel cheated when the whole balance of the game itself is like, thrown out of whack. We want things to make sense. We want there to be, some sort of ultimatum. And you get stuck in this Vanna grind where you're just like doing Vanna over and over and over again. Well, what's the point? We are assuming future content, right? When large-scale content does not present itself after a while, you eventually like, well, what's the point of me playing this game? I'm going to go find something that actually updates itself, so that way I can get to more of an end game. But, all of this stuff is just like a reflection of, reality in the grand story. We search for purpose and meaning. There we go. We turned it from a sermon into philosophy. Because meaning is important. When establishing a worldview, you have 4 things you look for, right? Origin, meaning, morality, and destiny. And they have to go here. You could posit the question, well, why does it have to make sense? Why does it have to go here? And then I could say, immediately, one of the most apparent answers, per Ravi Zacharias, is, well, I can give you that answer, but would you like that answer to make sense, or would you like it to not make sense? It's basically assumed in the question. Sensibility is something we use and we long for. Mike, yeah, you've been silent this whole time. What do you have to say about meaning and purpose? Please. Anyway. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Dude, I think my computer might actually be good to the point that I can try to muster some single switching eventually. I know it's a thing. You think it'd be a skill set I'd develop, like wave dashing in Smash Brothers. You'd think that after playing Melee for like, I don't know, 15 years, how long's that game been out? It's got to be over 20, right? Did it come out in like 94? I remember when it came out. I was so good at the first Smash Brothers 64 that I'm like, I'll play this, it'll be a piece of cake. No, not at all. I got my butt creamed by kids for a while. Then wave dashing happened, and then I just thought I was magical because I memorized one tiny skill set in an abstract game. Okay, I like starting up here because it kind of like twists them around. Get you guys on fire for a minute. There we go. Number 2, I think, is probably the greater one out of all those because it gives you that attack bonus as well. Can't help it. 3 is supposed to be the ultimate. But I think if 3 had a, whatever it's called, now, forgive me, I don't know the terminology. I think if, for Mike, if his number 3 ability has less of a cooldown, I'd use it more often. I think number 2 just far outweighs it. Hello. Speaking of stuff being in the way, holy crap, man. It's almost, so there's 2 types of weather, right? Especially in Pennsylvania. Winter and construction, right? I don't know if I killed that joke yet. It's a great dad joke. Or just a joke in general, because it reflects truth hardcore. Dude, there's so much construction going on in our area, in East Coast Pennsylvania. Or East Coast America, rather. Because everyone's trying to get all this last-minute construction in before fall really sets in. Alright, let's use number 2 and just dance in there for a minute. There we go. I thought it gave us an attack up. Maybe I'm just losing it. I just keep seeing the attack up from other people's skills and merits. I'm just assuming it's what Mike does for me. Anyway. In reality, I think I only might have time to just do dreams and nightmares and then start the whole work cycle. Today is Thursday. I'm trying to think what's on my plate as far as work goes. We got a new area manager. Really good. Recognizes positivity. I'm like, that's awesome, man. So you know what I do? I'm not ashamed to talk about, if you haven't realized this by now, faith and belief and philosophy, because my whole goal, and if you are listening to this, I hope you understand this, is to look for truth and find it. I found it in the Christian worldview. Nothing else makes sense of life and valuing human beings in an absolute sense. It just doesn't. Everything else is shallow. The alternative is saying I don't know, and honestly, to me, that's laziness. You have to establish some sort of truth to have any kind of reference of things. Either laziness or, I don't know if fear is the right word. Sometimes you're just not ready also to recognize that absolutes are, they're there. You can go to the pure agnostic, oh, you are dead. Pure agnostic sense, like, things are there, but you can never really know what those things are. But in a sense, you just said an absolute, things are there. Things are, that's pretty broad. Gravity is a thing. That's kind of how I found it. Between that and the allegorical sense, where stories, reading the books, just being a martial artist in general, understanding the concepts of honor and shame. So they played some pretty, that was close, pretty key roles. Oh, this is bad. Well, yeah, we're gonna go this way. Mike, thank you. Good job. Probably should use our pill now, right? Let's get back in the literal counterclockwise sense. Counterclockwise. Here we go. We've done it. Anyway, that was a long tangent from me trying to say, I gave him he's dude, very positive dude, very large gentleman. His name's Chris. And I told him, I value people, because he was like, I'm very impressed with Not trying to toot my own horn, but he's he's complimenting me on the extent I've gone with my people to make them better. He's like, it's not common. You're like a beam of positivity. I'm like, well, when I look at you, I see. This is where I can tell where people are also spiritually. Like I see the image of God on you. So you are valuable, and it is my obligation to treat you with such respect. And I see that in everybody I see. So they either dodge the question, or they affirm it, or they counter it, one or the other. So he dodged it. That's saying that either he takes his professional life very seriously, he doesn't want to bring God to the equation. I used to say God's best at the end of all my emails. What is this crap? Get out of here, you guys and your swarming techniques. Very effective, but stop. So I used to say God's best in my emails, and they were like, you need to not put that there. And I said, well, why? This is, dude, I'm keep getting myself in these situations. I gotta stop it. I said, well, why? They're like, well, you might offend somebody. I'm like, who am I offending? I would love to talk to them, to see what offense giving them this dignity that our God assumes on them, and even giving them the freedom to disbelieve if they so wish. And I also affirm that with people. They can choose not to believe what I want to. I don't hold that against them, but it's just like any relationship where grace is given to you. It's not the person that gives the grace that loses out. It's the person that receives it. I can give my daughter free dessert. She can choose not to have it and be resentful. Or she can choose to just... dude, Swift Strike is probably the freaking best thing on earth. But anyway, it's her choice. She can accept that dessert. She can run with it. She can accept... Or she can, be resentful. So I don't want that dessert. I want more green beans. And I will be elated. But that will never happen. Grace is also, healthy by definition. It should be. I don't give you the grace of a prison sentence if you, again, something losing its definition. Oh, my cat, you did it again. You paralyzed my leg. I'm afraid to move because I don't know, and I can't feel the microphone wire is below me. My leg is destroyed. I had a vision. Oh my god, we did it. Forgot what I was doing. I was just gonna keep running around. Oh, it's the end goal. Oh my gosh, cat. We did it together. I can still fucking barely feel my toes. Sitting crisscross applesauce on your chair with a cat. It's a trial. It's a struggle. Struggle of a lower middle class American who smokes bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Parma. We have a pizza place that's named Parma. Gets me hungry every time. Sorry, 7. I don't know why I thought 5. How many times have you done this, brain? Alright, let that not be a forecast. Yeah, no, man. The only time I really get an honest 4-bar experience when everybody in the family's asleep, nobody's streaming, and it's like 2 to 5 a.m. That's it. This is all. It also makes. I can only imagine when you guys get to the treasure troves what you experience. It's like, hey, I'll take some neutral defense. Maybe I'll just get some ancient plate and just wade through the area. That's actually my philosophy. I get enough sparks, I can eventually make it through a treasure trove. So I wasn't counting. I'm going to guess like 18. I don't think we got very many radiants there. 18 is a bad number. How about 20? Go for 20. 25. 24. Okay, sorry. I got sort of close. We'll go sell our wares. Oh no, we got to roll. I'm going to roll on my Nitronome. I can't help it. I want to Striker Bomber. I did have a set of Mad Bomber gear before. Probably the best cosmetic decision I ever made in my life. That was back in lockdown. Was like 6 months old or something like that. Shaktiman. Here we go. Run it to our best friend. The Prosperity Preacher Punch. If you give and you give and you give, God will bless you. I mean, that's right on par with Punch. You give, and I mean, eventually the laws are in your favor. Prosperity Preaching is on par with Time plus Matter plus Chance, right? Evolution happens. Prosperity Preaching, eventually, if you give enough, Punch will reward you. He has no choice. I guess he does. What we got here? Beast Low? Here we go. What could possibly go wrong? Slime Low. Ooh, that's amazing. Before I spend any more money, which I am just horrible at, managing this kind of stuff. That's why I don't carry my wallet with me in work. I'm not even kidding. Plus my deadly charcoaler on and off for 2 to 3 years trying to get charge time reduction medium. Dude, I know this nitronome, I've yet to get any. I got charge time reduction low, and I'm like, it's not good enough. Bam. And I think I already put like 1 million crowns into this. Maybe not that many, but if you think about it, it's only like 50 rolls. Right? Am I doing my math right? 5 is 100,000. 50 would be 10. Now it's 500 rolls. My bad. My brain's just not working. No, it's 50. Because 5 is 100,000. My math. My brain. Let's go pedal our wares. I got like 5 minutes. Glad we at least got one done. I mean, we're not, we're working on that Valance. One more DNN run, and we'll be good. Yeah, I think definitely tomorrow this time. We'll be doing some Risk of Rain, too. I haven't played that game in a while. When I played that game last, I usually pop it on the channel. The Tube U. Now, I gotta admit, I've been liking the Artificer. My daughter, it's her favorite character because she floats. That's her justification. But like the offensive power. But then again, we're also playing on like drizzle modes, so everything dies in like one flamethrower shot. Yeah, all the cat head skiers would be nice if they weren't so grindy. Alright. I know, eventually it gets to the point of, it just doesn't accelerate as fast. We made, my daughter and I made 2 loops with, playing the Artificer with her moving the character or operating the jumps and me just firing. It was amazing. Moment of silence while Java searches the databanks. You know. I keep my ever-growing search on Steam for a free game that matches Spiral Knights in any shape or form. Free-to-play hack-and-slash-ish game. Dude, I cannot find it. This thing's a rare gem. We'll never be able to probably find the. I mean, you can find them, okay? They do exist, but they don't like kind of mimic the the music and the setting that we like from this one. I got a couple, like, I got Maple Story 2, but Maple Story 2, it's like, I don't know, there's no threat, ever. What do you figure makes Spiral Knights unique? So, a lot of things, actually. The first off is I don't like using the term gender neutrality, but that's what it is. It doesn't glorify the central. It doesn't try to, like, bring you in through clickbait. I mean, of course you can argue against that, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like, it's the story and the music, the essence, are what kind of grab you in about the game. You're here for a purpose. So there's kind of like these. It's like the Keanu Reeves of Hollywood. He doesn't throw his political opinion out there. He doesn't like glorified debauchery. He just is a dude that wants to be good at his craft, and this is where we're all knights crash landing on a planet, and we're trying to find out what's going on. You have the atmosphere also on top of that. It's you get a little bit of a personal relationship with only a 4-person squad. I know that does exist in other games too. You can define your skill set without having to experience too much of the game. Now they kind of got rid of that with the forging system once you had 4 stars. Just like, oh my gosh, dude. Did I put you up yet? No. Did I put you up for adoption? I mean auction. The general fantasy type music setting. I've been thinking I should make one, but I can't make all of SK. I'd have to pick a focus. Yeah, I like you also have the steampunk focus, where swords do more damage than guns. And if you think about this, in reality, the bullets only move at a certain pace, but the sharpest samurai swords that they had, they were like, my friend has a sword that can literally shave a playing card, like, kings and hearts and twos and all that. He can shave it off by gently slicing. He can also bend it on his knee so it touches the ground and it goes right back into shape. So this is an authentic, legit samurai sword. And he went and he searched for it because he knew what to look for. He's one of my black belts. He's a blacksmith on top of that. His grip strength in his right hand is just phenomenal, from holding a hammer all the time. But it's the sword. It's like, I practice the size of my weapon. I practice with it more than anything else. It's metal. It's meant to catch stuff like that. But if you look at how sharp this blade is, you're just like, I don't know if my metal size is going to catch that sword. I think if I block it, it might go through and hit me anyway. Especially if you swing hard with it. Katanas are pretty amazing. So what I was getting at with that, as I dive down the tangent hole, which I'm ever guilty for, is, the swords do more damage in this game. They take limbs off. If you have a gun, like a regular gun, well, a mild shot, let's say, like I don't know. I don't even know calibers, I don't know guns, but you shoot people, it's not going to take their arm off. You don't pop a hole in them, it'll hurt like heck. But it won't do as much damage as, like, if they're close and they swing at you with a sword and literally cleave you in half with something that sharp. That will go through metal armor. It's ridiculous strong. And then you have bombs on top of that, which are just, the whole steampunk sense. You can define yourself in multiple different ways. I used to, every week, make something new. I just thought it was fun. Like a new set for Lockdown. That's impossible now. You gotta spend too much time grinding, get a radiance. I just can't do it with my current lifestyle. You can heat things. If you got a party, you could heat things a lot better. We're talking back in the day. But it's a lot of things. I honestly think that music makes a lot of the games. So 3,400, huh? Yeah, let's not sell those. Music is key. That's why games like Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, growing up, were just so good. The music was amazing. One time he corresponded with a Chinese swordsmith, impressed him with all his sword knowledge, got a discount on a personalized sword where the swirly edge thing was modeled after the North Light. Wow, that's awesome. Dude, knowledge goes a long way. When one person... It's acknowledging a skill set and sharing a common bond. Like for a fellow martial, I'll give you an example in the martial arts in the combat field. There's something that unique about war and challenge and vice that bind men specifically. Like we have I know we got I gotta go here, but just a real quick thing. So at my church, I was thinking about starting a martial arts outreach for free and just teaching all the children there, because there's something in our culture that says, you deserve something you have not earned. Well, that's a false paradigm. If I do push-ups, you're not going to get my muscles. It's just not how reality works. So I was thinking about that, but then he beat me to it, and that's okay, because I honestly don't have time for it. But we worked out together several times. He let me come in. It's a Taekwondo school. He is a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. I'm a third-degree initiator, so he let me join his class. Totally foreign system. Actually, if you had two masters from their home countries, they probably wouldn't even look at each other. But, you know, we shared knowledge because we were interested in growth. He let me come in and honor me by giving me the floor, let me teach. You know, letting a teacher of another style, another thought process come and teach. I mean, that's a huge honor for me. And so I brought in some of my weapons to show. I brought in the sais. He's like, I'd like to learn a sai kata. I'm like, I will teach you a sai kata. This is reserved for like low black belts, high brown belts in our style. But you know, as a favor, as an honor, I'm like, I will teach you this for free because, you know, to keep the lights on and the doors open, we got to charge a fee at a dojo. But if I'm just doing it as a favor, you know, because we bond with this stuff and we like learning from each other. It's pretty amazing. Now, in reality, we need to train in a capitalistic system. In order to live and get our electricity and everything, we need to trade our skill set for monetary gains. That's just how reality works. But yes, dude, swords are amazing. So that's one thing that kind of like I like about the game. You have to get close to deal the damage. Deals more damage. Now, then you start dissecting into that and why the Akron's so ridiculously. It's the cookie. The cookie is falling asleep. My wife said my greatest, she watches my videos. She's not my biggest fan, but sometimes she says, you interrupt yourself too much. I just did it again. I think one of SK's greatest unfortunate things that happened was Nick leaving, and there goes the first ultimate purpose, like the creator of Adventure Time when he left. The end purpose, or the end story, which was in the mind of the creator, kind of got, you know, taken over by another mind. So Grey Havens, they're adding more to the what it looks like the physics of the game, but the story of the game, maybe not as much. I don't know. Anyway, that'll do it for this one. I'm gonna pop some videos on my YouTube site of my kids, I think, per my wife. I don't know. I might get in trouble with like child services. We'll see. But anyway, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.